So, welcome back students in this session where we are going to concentrate on few numerical on properties of DTFT. So, today's quote says that time is free, it is priceless. Once if you lose it, it will not come back. So, utilize it properly and make best utilization of this time. Okay friends. So, let us continue with the numerical. I hope that you utilize this time which is free for you. So, we are supposed to find here the DTFT of alpha raised to n plus 2 u of n plus 2. So, to find the DTFT of this, we should first know the DTFT of alpha raised to n un, and then we shall use the time shift property of DTFT. So, what is then the DTFT of alpha raised to n un? Can you guess? Can you tell? So, just check out what is that. See here. The DTFT of alpha raised to n un is 1 by 1 minus alpha e raised to minus j ohm, and then the time shift property says that if every n here, if it is shifted by an amount of n plus 2, then accordingly here exponential term we have to add in this DTFT of alpha raised to n un. So, by time shift property we have then the DTFT of alpha raised to n plus 2 u of n plus 2 is e raised to j 2 ohm by 1 minus alpha e raised to minus j ohm. So, this is what the DTFT of alpha raised to n plus 2 u of n plus 2. So, being known some well known DTFT pairs and the properties, it will be very easier for you to finding the DTFT of most of the signals. So, my request is to first prepare these kind of pairs and then learn the properties thoroughly. So, you will not be getting any difficulty of finding the DTFT of any kind of signal. So, I will be concentrating of only few examples here, afterwards you can solve more. So, if you are not able to solve any of the examples DTFT, you can post it to me, I will give you the solution of it. Okay. Now, finding the DTFT of this e raised to j pi by 8 n alpha raised to n minus 3 u of n minus 3. Now, in this example, we have to use two simultaneous properties. One is the sure that here we have to use the time shift property, that is alpha raised to n minus 3 u of n minus 3. Then this if you consider at a one signal, that is scaled by e raised to j pi by 8 n, the exponential term. So, when you scale it by an exponential term, then accordingly the frequency will be get scaled. So, the frequency shift property and the time shift property both we have to make use of. Okay. So, first let us use the time shift property being known first here the DTFT of alpha raised to n un, which is 1 by 1 minus alpha e raised to minus j ohm. Then it is shifted by an amount of minus 3. So, alpha raised to n minus 3, accordingly the DTFT will be get scaled by e raised to minus j 3 ohm. So, the DTFT of alpha raised to n minus 3 u of n minus 3 is e raised to minus j 3 ohm by 1 minus alpha e raised to minus j ohm. Now, when this is multiplied by the exponential term e raised to j pi by 8 n, then accordingly the frequency component ohm will be get shifted by the gamma term which is added here. So, here in this case gamma is pi by 8. So, ohm will be replaced by ohm minus pi by 8. So, the DTFT of this entire signal, that is e raised to j pi by 8 n into alpha raised to n minus 3 u of n minus 3 is e raised to minus j 3 ohm minus pi by 8 divided by 1 minus alpha e raised to minus j ohm minus pi by 8. So, every ohm is replaced with ohm minus pi by 8. Understand how to use this frequency shift property. Okay. Now, we are supposed to find the DTFT of 1 by 2 raised to n u of n minus 4. Now, how shall we find this? Shall we apply the time shift property as it is to this? Guess it. You may say that we shall apply the time shift property directly to it and obtain the solution. But dear friends, you cannot obtain directly to this the time shift property. Every n should be shifted by the same amount, then only you can apply the time shift property. So, if at all you want to use the time shift property, then this should be in the form of 1 by 2 raised to n minus 4 u of n minus 4. So, you know the DTFT of 1 by 2 raised to n un, which is 1 by 1 minus 1 by 2 e raised to minus j ohm. Then using the time shift property, 1 by 2 raised to n minus 4 u of n minus 4's DTFT is e raised to minus j 4 ohm by 1 minus 1 by 2 e raised to minus j ohm. This is how to use the time shift property. But we are not interested in finding the DTFT of 1 by 2 raised to n minus 4 u of n minus 4. Whereas, our problem is to find the DTFT of 1 by 2 raised to n u of n minus 4. So, to this, what we will do is, now we multiply both the side of this expression by 1 by 2 raised to plus 4. So, that this n minus 4 becomes 1 by 2 raised to n. Then you will get it is equal to e raised to minus j 4 ohm by 2 raised to 4 1 minus 1 by 2 e raised to minus j ohm. Now, this is the DTFT of 1 by 2 raised to n u of n minus 4. Understood how to use the property? So, remember that when you are using the time shift property, every n of xn should be shifted by the same amount, then only you can apply the time shift property. Then you can adjust to whatever the problem is asked to you, accordingly you can adjust by multiplying the both sides of this expression. So, similar kind of other problems you can solve in the same way. Okay. So, this 2 raised to 4 can be replaced with 16. Now, what is the DTFT of yn is equal to 2 raised to n u of minus n? With these 3 examples, you might be using little bit of your brains how to use the properties. So, here it is sure that you have to use the time reversal property. Can you guess what is the answer of this? So, what is the time shift property says? Time reversal property. Time reversal property says that x of minus n's DTFT is x of e raised to minus j ohm. So, being known the pair of 2 raised to n u of n's DTFT, if 2 raised to n u of n, if not 2 raised to n u of n. So, if any a raised to n u of n's DTFT is known, then every n if it is replaced by minus n, then a raised to minus n u of minus n's DTFT accordingly to find, you have to replace ohm with minus ohm. So, in this case, now to use the time reversal property, this n should be minus. So, to make this n minus, this 2 raised to n, we shall write this as 1 by 2 raised to minus n. So, 1 by 2 raised to minus n u of minus n, this becomes yn. So, we know here 1 by 2 raised to n u of n's DTFT is 1 by 1 minus 1 by 2 e raised to minus j ohm. Then, now 1 by 2 raised to minus n u of minus n's DTFT to obtain, we have to simply replace this ohm with minus ohm. So, what will be then the DTFT of this? See here. Therefore, 1 by 2 raised to minus n u of minus n's DTFT is 1 by 1 minus 1 by 2 e raised to j ohm. Now, now we are supposed to find the DTFT of n into 1 by 2 raised to n un. Now, we have already know the DTFT of 1 by 2 raised to n un. Now, this is multiplied by n. So, when xn is multiplied by n, then you are supposed to use the differentiation in frequency domain property. So, recall the property. So, recall it, what it says. So, if I consider this as yn and if this yn is multiplied by n, then this differentiation in frequency domain property says that to this the DTFT of yn, which is called as y of e raised to j ohm, should be differentiated with respect to ohm and then multiply it by j. So n 1 by 2 raised to n u of n's dtft is j into d of d ohm of 1 by 1 minus 1 by 2 e raised to minus j ohm. Now differentiate this expression with respect to ohm. I hope that you are already familiar with how to differentiate this. U is 1, that is constant, so differentiation of u is 0, only v you are supposed to differentiate, and the square of the v, the denominator. So the differentiation of this term is minus 1 by 2 j e raised to minus j ohm upon 1 minus 1 by 2 e raised to minus j ohm whole square. Okay. This is the dtft of n 1 by 2 raised to n un. Got this? So this j, when you multiply inside, this j into this j becomes minus, and this minus will get cancelled. So n half raised to n events dtft is 1 by 2 e raised to minus j ohm by 1 minus 1 by 2 e raised to minus j ohm whole square. Now this is the last example which I have considered here. So xn, if it is equal to n 1 by 2 raised to more n, and we are interested in finding the dtft of this. Now the meaning of half raised to more n is, for n indicate that this x of n will be equal to n into half raised to minus n for n less than 0, and is equal to n into half raised to plus n for n greater than or equal to 0. So xn can be mathematically written as equal to, n is common, 1 half raised to minus n u of minus n minus 1. So when n is less than 0, for that you write this as u of minus n minus 1, and for n greater than or equal to 0, we write this as half raised to n un. Now this pair you know, half raised to n un's dtft. Now what is the dtft of half raised to minus n u of minus n minus 1? So this is known to us. Let us consider this as the writing the dtft of this. So the dtft, the Fourier representation of half raised to minus n u of minus n minus 1 to write, I will write this as 2 raised to n u of minus n minus 1. So by definition of expression, we shall write it as n from minus infinity to minus 1, 2 raised to n e raised to minus j ohm n. Now, so this, you can combine these two terms together and n take it common, or first replace n with minus n. So this, instead of varying from minus infinity to 1 minus 1, I will vary this from 1 to infinity. So these terms will become 2 raised to minus n and then e raised to plus j ohm n here. So this becomes summation n from 1 to infinity. 2 raised to minus n can be written as half raised to n e raised to j ohm n. Now the closed form of expression of this is 1 by 2 e raised to j ohm by 1 minus 1 by 2 e raised to j ohm. Now addition of these two will be giving you the dtft of these two terms, and then the multiplication of the other. Now you can adjust this. This 2 you can multiply inside to this, so you get 2 minus e raised to j ohm, and then dividing both numerator and denominator by e raised to j ohm, and then minus sign if you take outside, you can write this as minus 1 by 1 minus 2 e raised to minus j ohm, and then the dtft of half raised to minus n u of minus n minus 1 plus half raised to n un is 1 by 1 minus 1 by 2 e raised to minus j ohm minus 1 by 1 minus 2 e raised to minus j ohm. Now when we multiply this with n, then ny of n's dtft is j into d of d ohm of y of e raised to j ohm. So we have to differentiate this with respect to ohm. So the differentiation of each of this term with respect to ohm can be written as this j is outside, minus 1 by 2 j e raised to minus j ohm by 1 minus 1 by 2 e raised to minus j ohm whole square. Now here minus minus becomes plus 2 j e raised to minus j ohm by 1 minus 2 e raised to minus j ohm square. When you multiply inside with this j and this j become minus 1 and this minus minus plus, and here this minus. So we shall write this dTFT is as 1 by 2 e raised to minus j ohm by 1 minus 1 by 2 e raised to minus j ohm square minus 2 into e raised to minus j ohm by 1 minus 2 into e raised to minus j ohm square. This was the dTFT of n 1 by 2 raised to mod n. So I hope that you have understood these examples. So thank you very much, dear students, for your patience hearing.